Hello everybody, Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel, and we are here almost every day, been a few days yet, but almost every day with audio information regarding emotional, psychological, and spiritual topics, coaching related topics as well. We try to upload those on a daily basis. Some days get away with me and get away from me more than others, but it is what it is. Today we're going to talk about soul-level connections. Now, regardless of what a person believes spiritually, the soul is the essence of the emotional core of the being, whether that be created by a higher power or created by the essence of science, whatever you believe. There are soul-level connections for all folks, and different people believe in them, but we can talk about them here today. Please like, subscribe, comment below if you're interested in more content, and if you would like to have your content discussed here on the channel, all you got to do is drop a comment into the YouTube box, and we can do that. We're talking about 7 things today, and hopefully it be helpful to somebody. Anyway, the first is openness. So if you have a soul level connection, you feel you can constantly be yourself. You don't have to hide parts of yourself. You don't have to hide the shadow of self. That means being able to be emotionally open and aware of your weak points, accentuate your strong points, and always be in a state of learning. Now, a lot of our society doesn't talk about complete openness. Complete openness means acknowledging anger and staying there, acknowledging true sadness that can sometimes cripple you and lead you to feel negative, and being able to acknowledge that, own that, and be there. A soul-level connection is going to allow you to be just as open about your positive emotions as your negative ones, never acknowledging a part of who you are as being wrong or right, just a complete encompassing acceptance, and a soul level connection will do that for you. The next is having like interest. A person with like interest is more likely, no pun intended, to accept you completely because you understand each other and your worldviews remain the same or very similar. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that your views or your opinions or your interests can't change over time. However, the central factors of what brought you together in the early stages of a friendship or romantic relationship will often stay at the core and center of who you are as a person over years and then decades. And so having those like interests can be a building block for a more meaningful and longer-lasting relationship. The next is safety. Safety to expect emotional transparency, safety from deception, manipulation, and lies, but also physical safety. Someone who's willing to sacrifice their own safety for yours. Mental safety, in other words, somebody not playing mind games. And then emotional safety, again, as we talked about, the allowance of being able to be as transparent and open as possible. The next is supportiveness. So when you know that you have someone in your life who is a soul-level connection, they will support whatever it is you want to do, even if they don't agree. Even if they might look at you and go, "Are you sure about that? All right, I got you." And it's very relaxed. It's there, but also the consistency is also there. So if you're having a rough day, you can turn to this person. If you're questioning yourself, but you know you really want to do something, this is a person you can go to in that time of need. These people want you to be the best version of you that is possible. And so the growth concept of who you are as a person will always be accentuated in a soul-level connection because they want you to constantly be better and better and better versions of you. The only person you should compete with in life anyway is the best version of yourself and what you believe you're capable of becoming. And the act of becoming is where your focus is best to be for your needs. Now, the second to last thing is honesty. Sometimes honesty can be difficult. You can agree to disagree and be honest. You can have differing opinions politically, religiously, emotionally, mentally, relationally, and be honest with each other. That transparency of agreeing to disagree is the foundation of a higher calling on a relationship. And those of us will often have soul-level connections. There are people who say that those can only be romantic. That's not true. There are people that say you only get one in a lifetime. Also not true, because different people have different needs portfolios, and so how many soul level connections you meet is based on your needs and also your openness to such. the last thing is boundaries. So just as much as someone will be supportive of a needs portfolio and what a person's needs are, pushing you to be the best version of yourself possible, also, too, a person will be able to know, hey, this is a sensitive topic about your family or about school or about work or about previous relationships, and they'll leave it alone. They may challenge it from time to time, once or twice a year, to see if you've grown to the point where you're ready to discuss it. But at the same time, if you say, hey, I'm never going there in a conversation, a person will honor that and respect that and leave it be. So that's the value of soul related connections. And so many of us have them. Few of us ever really realize we have them until we actually need them in our lives. And sometimes that need comes at the hardest times. So that's another factor too. Anyway, hopefully this has been helpful to you. Please keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.